as that progresses. We'll be watching on with a bit of interest to see how Redland's Victoria Point sort of go with Matty Waters and Caleb Franks, who both came off with injuries. So that will determine. I think they may only be down to 2 on the bench at this stage. So, but fingers crossed that the importance is that both boys are fit and healthy. And a big shout out to Lisa from Maroochydore and Nick from Redland's Victoria Point for all their support in providing some quality information that we're able to give to you about the respective sides at the start of the day. We get ready to launch into the Premiership quarter, the third quarter, because footy's back here in the QAFL. This is the first elimination final. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. As Philo now for the Roos, kicking to the left hand of his screen with a kick up towards half forward. Player in front couldn't quite take the mark there. Stallard tries to get a boot to ball there, and we'll see a ball up. Umpires today, Cam Manthe, Andrew Beercroft and Jake Edgar on the field, with Cooper Beaton, Jacob Hudson and Ronan Mahoney on the boundary, and Matty Atkins and Zach Mabb on the goals. So congratulations on their appointments. Free kick for a hold, and we'll see a free kick going here to Matty Warren. They don't build them any smaller than him. But he is electrifying when he is at full flight, as Warren here goes inside the forward 50, and a free kick for a push. Did not need to do that, Lanthios. Right in view of the hundreds in attendance here in the commentary wing. Most importantly, in front of the umpire. So Josh Brown here. Kick inside the forward 50. Big fly from behind. Ball hits the deck. Chance here for Christensen. Rolls his opponent over in the tackle, and we'll see him all up. See here a lovely tackle, getting in the pursuit there and taking down Benny Sloan. Outstanding work. Ball up here. Goes out of bounds. So the Roos have not kicked a goal since the 11-minute mark of the first term. So that is probably about 48 minutes ago of football. Been a long, long time. Rucks go up. Ivers brings it down the ground there for the Sharks, but attacked out of there by the Kangaroos. Goes up and under, doesn't clear the defensive 50, and sets up McDonald, and he takes a good mark. You see, he read the play very, very nicely, Lockie McDonald, but he's been a player of confidence today, and for mine, one of the best players on the ground. Has done a handy job at half forward and slipped down to half back. You can hear the roar of a massive four-wheel drive in the background, letting his intentions know that he's here today enjoying the footy. There's McDonald. This would be 5 in a row for the Sharkies. It sneaks home and he's got it. Lachlan McDonald has kicked a goal here. That's his third goal of the year. And that's an important one. A dart through the heart of the Maroochydore Kangaroos here. You can just see he read the ball well. And an extraordinary day of football where we've seen 8 goals kicked and all coming from set shots. It's quite an extraordinary feat. So you can never question the set shot capabilities of these players here this afternoon, because more often than not, they're putting them straight through. So a hot start here for Redland Victoria Point. They're out to their game high margin, 13 points. As they look to push forward again now, left foot kick took a bit of it. There's Huddy with composure. He's got a fairly open forward line. He's got Yagmore in his side, selects to go a little bit longer. Both players holding on. It bounces to the right of the stick. Huddy nearly brought the house down with that attempt. Out to 14 points now. Game high was 19. There's McDonald again, kick partially smothered there. Roos with some numbers, trying to work his way out of traffic there was Jordan Daniel. Back out now to Jacobs. Roos under siege. Philo handballs over the top. Couldn't find his teammate. We'll see a throw in. A booming kick there from Huddy. Nearly brought the house down. was a nice one-on-one contest at the edge of the goal square too. So boundary throw in between wing and half forward. Attacking zone here for Redland. Victoria Point finished third on the ladder. Kick around the body inside the forward 50 now. Chance here for Zach Stone. Oh, socket off the ground there by Murphy, out of bounds to the full. The Murphy is like a fox terrier, just keeps nipping away. You can't shake him off, and ever relentless as Ben Kethrow. If anyone deserves to win a sportsmanship award today, it's certainly going to him. Finds his teammate there in Pearson. So Brent Pearson, he's got a great leg on him. He'll go a big right foot kick. Plenty of sharks around this one. Comes off the hands there of the Roos, out towards Huddy. Affects the Shepherd there on Johnson, who handballs to a teammate out towards the boundary line. We've got a bit of throw in. Standing there in the middle of the ground, we've got Josh Brown in the foreground there, trying to create some space, play that loose player, and McLaughlin is his direct matchup. Bucks go up again. Beautiful tackle, knocked out in the tackle, no prior. So a bit of a static start, but see there, Huddy there, taps it down beautifully there, and ridden into the ground there was Baker. And we've seen 2 goals since quarter time. Hot, intense game of football. Gallen penalised, holding the ball, free kick there against Josh. Former boy from... Yep. So we've just been given the heads up that Matt Waters will be out for the rest of the game due to concussion, so we appreciate that information coming through. So he'll have to go to the 10 or 12 day concussion protocol, regardless of the outcome of today's proceedings. So we thank that information coming through. We do, most importantly though, wish him all the best in his recovery from that head knock. As ball goes out of bounds. We'll see a throw in quick around the grounds in the QAFL, and in the senior game, elimination final 2, Morningside, 9-6-60 leads Surfers Paradise by 36 points. 3-6-24, that game being played over at Surfers Paradise. Beautiful ground, that one. The Sir Bruce Small Park. So I think we can assume that with Caleb Franks also not being on the ground, that Redlands will be doing this with 20 players as opposed to a fully fit outfit here for Maroochydore at the moment. Ball comes out now. The pressure is on Maroochydore at the moment now. Kick up towards half forward, but Stallard marks nicely, going back with the flight of the play. I'd be requesting for them to bring the ball out this side so we can capture the action a little bit more closely. Our gun camera guru Michael has been doing a great job following all the action for you now as Murphy puts the ball up towards centre half forward. Stone got the spoil. It went 25 metres the other way. Dangerous. In fact, Zethro now manages to recover. McDonald is a player in the gun here, and Simpson goes back and takes the mark there for the Kangaroos. The ball is rocking and rolling on the outer side. Finds Lockie Robertson. Is their best chance in a while. An old mung. Nothing convincing about that, young Lachlan, but plenty of conviction in that with the tackle there from Michael Stephen, the birthday boy, the 35-year-old. Happy birthday, Mike. Beautiful tackle there. See, doesn't matter when you're 35. I hear you become a better footballer. You start to mature. You're like a fine wine. That's why Michael Tuck played until he was like 40, and he probably could have played to his 100. Not that he's that age yet, but anyway, Lockie Lang here works his way out of traffic here nicely for the Kangaroos. Comes off the hands there of Scollard. Here comes Mike Stevens again. Ball goes out towards the boundary line. Stephen in front of him knocks it to a teammate's advantage. To a teammate is ridden into the ground, fair and love and war. And we'll see a a ball up here about 35 metres out from goal. Umpire Andrew Beercroft. Proceedings. We'll see a ball up, and I'll send out a massive congratulations to Sam Wheaton, who I've been working with across the season for the umpires, and a number of his mates as well, James Strybos, a few of those guys from the umpire fraternity. who have been sidelined for the rest of the year as they prepare for the AFLW finals campaign, also AFLW season campaign. So congratulations to those four. There's a couple of James and Sam and a few others. So well done. It's great to see umpires in the region excelling on the big stage. Meanwhile, a free kick will go here to the Roos, and they'll have a shot at goal about 40 metres out from goal. Right foot kick on its way. This time the streak will land at the top of the square. It comes off hands and it goes through for another rush behind. So it's a 13-point margin. It's over, I'll be saying nearly 60 minutes between goals here for the Kangaroos, and it's continuing to grow. There's Caleb Franks. As a footy fan, we're just so pumped to be here today. Redland Victoria Point, wonderful, wonderful hosts. Handball there from Brown. Finds a teammate now, darting around on the boundary line, kick up towards the Calder, up towards Yagmore. So Yagmore here for Redland's Victoria Point. Some one-on-one contest. Here's the Bull Terrier there in Murphy. Oh, he's good, isn't he? Jacob Murphy. 12 goals in season 2021. You can see him there. That's all when the quarterback just throws the ball along. He's the wide receiver, takes it over the line for a touchdown. Or in this case here, he takes the ball and he has a chance to put it through for a 6-pointer. And this will hurt. And keep the streak going for 6 consecutive goals. So a bit of right to left perhaps might be the order of the day, but he knows this ground very well. He knows how to kick a goal, and this occasion, Jacob, you're killing me. That's his second behind of the board today. Now, I know he's a great guy, well-loved member of the Redland Victoria Point community. Lanthios marks across half back in front of Brown, who's told to get back a couple of metres. Again, it's a pleasure being with you today, wherever you may be watching. It'll be later on in the week. Sky was the intended target. Williams paid the mark. He's been outstanding today, Adrian. Kick inside the forward 50, looking for Yagmore. Good one-on-one contest with him and Cathro. Hot tackle there. Well, still inside the field of play. Still continues now. Here come the Sharks. He says, get out of my way. McLaughlin goes to ground. I'm sorry, there was McLaughlin there. Handball over the top. Sets out for the Kangaroos. Kick ill directed back out to Williams. He loves the ball. Have a shot. He pumps the ball along. It fades and misses, but that's a minor score. So they are coming. They are putting the pressure on big time here, the Sharkies. It's great to have them back in the QAFL. With a number of these players playing NEFL football. And quite a number of them, I think 9 of them have played in the QFA Premiership last year. So look, to highlight, we've got some wonderful talent playing in this game. Is just a testament to the culture of this club and the quality of players that they're able to attract, not just through the local junior ranks to keep them invested in football, but also externally as well. Rucks go up again. Huddy gets hand down, gets the ball to ground over there. Murphy, he's strapped up. He's had a good game today, Murph. And we'll see a ball up. So have a chance to go around the grounds while we've got another stoppage. And it's out to a 37-point lead, Morningside, 61-24. They led by as much as 40. In one stage, it was 51 to 11. So it started to balance out a little bit. So Simpson and Huddy, we only expected this matchup to be just brutal between two giants. That's what we'd love to see. Especially with Simpson, averages 40 to 50 hitouts a week. That's how good he is. Here's an opportunity. Left foot kick from Hill. It fades away and goes out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Redland, Victoria Point. First elimination, final action here, QAFL. As we've highlighted a few times across the call, the day that we went into lockdown, The home and away fixture between these two sides at Maroochydore was supposed to take place, and the return is coincidentally this very fixture. As Williams probably had over 15, 16, 17 touches, been absolutely outstanding. The spoil there from Maroochydore went the other way. Stripped off it there was Philo. Here's an opportunity. Just put the ball long, up towards the top of the square to Scollard. Oh, that's brilliant. Simply brilliant. Scollard and Stallard. You couldn't write a better duet. Still a better love story than Romeo and Juliet or Twilight. Just love the intensity that Stallard provides, and the Scollard vice grip-like mark is the ideal matchup in footy that we've got here today. And Scollard's already got 2 straight on the board. He's got 51 goals on the board this year. He'd love to add another one of that. I think he kicked their last goal too, from memory, from a set shot, and he's got it. He's got it. He ends a streak of more than 60 minutes. And the Roos have finally got one after an hour of football. And that is a beautiful finish. Lovely kick. Inside the forward 50. Put it to your man. You know he's going to get the job done. And it's quite remarkable that you probably throw a small tarp over that area where he's kicked his 3 goals today. It's been around that angle. And the margin's cut back to 9 points. They're well and truly back in the hunt. So again, just repeating the news that's just come through before, that Matty Waters, number 24 for Redland Victoria Point, has come off the ground with a concussion after a collision late in the second quarter. They'll have to undergo all the concussion protocols. So if they're successful in making the preliminary final, Redland Victoria Point will be able to welcome him back into the team. And why wouldn't you, with his ability to? As the ball goes out of bounds, Matty Waters has kicked 17 goals this year. So be of interest to see how they structure up their forward line. Yagmore is going to be their go-to forward for the rest of the game. He's Phil, it must be said. Overhead there from Stephen. Jake Warren wrapped up, and we'll see a ball up. 16.5 minutes gone here, third term. First elimination final football. Christiane, your host this afternoon. I'm very grateful to be in your company today. Just enjoying this great game of football with you. There's a kick up towards centre half forward. The Roos, Stallard gets in the way. Tries to sidestep his opponent there. But they're able to have got some numbers there on the burst. Right foot kick up towards half forward to Yagmore. Did he get a nudge? No, umpire said play on now. Kick came off the boot there from Geordie Daniel. And out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Tommy Salter. And Salter, for mine, you need a player that's going to lift when the game is so close. He's your man. He's the one to do it. We've seen 9 goals kicked today, each and every single one of them from set shots. For those who are just joining us, 5-8-38 to 4-5-29. There's a bit of a breeze, so slightly going to the right hand of your screen, but otherwise perfect conditions. But you've got a battle between third versus 6, 2 equally well-matched teams. That's virtually what you're seeing. It's anything but an ordinary game of football, that's for sure. The tackling has been ferocious, the pressure has been relentless, and the courage has been remarkable, as we've seen there from the defence. There from the Kangaroos. Just forward of centre, 9 points to spread. The game high margin was 18 points. 19 points, in fact, midway through the first quarter in favour of the Kangaroos. As we'll see another ball up, and that'll give us another opportunity to go around the grounds. You can see that lovely tackle there again. Beautiful, fluid motion, textbook stuff. Surfers Paradise edging ever so closely. They moved up to 3-8-26 to 9-7-61, 35 points to spread, but it's a long way to go if you're a Demons fan. Ball inside the forward line here. Was he taken high? Umpire said no. Then if the high tackle was actually completed or conducted, tackle was initiated boundary side. For those who have known my call, I am frustrating to many because I will be very much pro how the umpires go about their proceedings. So a ball up here. Hard up there on the boundary line. Jake Edgar had plenty of opportunities for throwing the ball up and bouncing across today because of the stoppages, the high intense tackles. Handball here, intercepted there by the Roos, up and under. Too much for that one. Now, Lachie McDonald will have the ball in his hands. Couldn't think of a better player for mine to have the ball in his hands at the moment because he has been unstoppable today at half forward. Lobs the ball up. Who's going to fly? Oh, strong contested mark. Taken here by the Kangaroos, and you can see there, a little bit slow to his feet, but beautiful tackle. Oh, it's a beautiful contested mark. Lanthios over here, but he's got Christensen to deal with, two genuine speedsters of the competition. Slowing the ball up to Jacker. When Jacker gets going, he's amazing with his ball carry. Jono Giles up towards the middle of the ground now. Finds his teammate here. Right foot kick. Just hit the target to perfection out there, and Jack Whaley now. Was he taken down? Oh, that was okay. Inside the forward 50. Sky is water with a free kick anyway. He goes back and kicks this. It's back to 3 points. They were in no position probably for 30 minutes of play to be as close as what they were, considering the dominance of the Sharks. And Scollard, well, he's had, basically this is his 4th shot at goal from about this. This is almost exactly where he kicked his 2nd goal from. And he's been kicking them straight through the middle. So Mitch, I've built you up. I've pumped you up big time, and he's drilled it. Here come the Kangaroos, and the crowd's up and about. They're up to their feet. It's back to a 3-point margin, and they are pumped. Scollard's got 4. He's got 53 on the board this year. Let's see this here. He's got 4 straight. Cometh the man, cometh the moment, cometh the cliche that perhaps it should have been the other way around, but we are enjoying this. The fans are getting excited. The fans here today, they are on a knife's edge, seeing which way this will go. And to lay it out as well, Roos kicked the first 3, Sharks kicked the next 5, Roos kicked the last 2, margin back to 3 points. Game on here at Redland Victoria Point. Do yourself a favour, come out here and check it out if you're around Queensland. A lovely place to spend a Saturday. Not just at the footy, but plenty to enjoy to see as well. Ball comes out here to half back now. Here comes Christensen, goes on his opposite foot, up and under kick. Strong mark taken here by Tommy Michael. First name for a last name for a first name, Yagmore. He'll go back and he will have a shot. And Peter Yagmore, former Collingwood product. See this, lovely kick. He's kicked a couple of points today, Pete. But he's no strangers to kicking goals. He's kicked 28 of them. Kicked the most of any Shark in the lineup this year. Beautiful left foot kick. He'll go around, runs off his line a little bit just to straighten himself up, and knew exactly what he was doing. That was the plan all along, Peter. Great goal. 11 from 11 from set shots. That's how we've seen the goals today. We won't count that as being a play on there because Pete, exactly what he was doing. The crowd are chanting Yagmore on the other side of the ground. Just ran off just a touch, just because he wanted to kick the ball straight through the high diddle, the middle. Perfect kick. Back out now to 9 points. Run of momentum. Could that have been halted? We've got the best seat in the house. Dead set, almost centre wing here at Redlands Victoria Point. And you've got the best seat in the house other than being here. As umpire Andrew Pearcroft sends the ball up. Tommy Michael brings it down the ground now, and the Sharks will look to go up towards half forward again. Ricochets off the boot there of the Kangaroos. Left foot kick up towards half forward. Takes a strong mark here in Lachie Lang. Who's he got? He's got Scollard. Scollard's pointing to the spot. Just a little bit away. Just through his hands there of young Mitchell. Loves it. Right foot. Oh, didn't get much purchase on that one. Finds a teammate who's taken a ground. I think Mitch was reading the script going, oh, hang on, I can't kick this. We've got to kick a set shot because that's been the formality of the day's proceedings. So we may be trying to draw a free kick. Anyway, rucks go up again. Tom brings it down the ground, hacked out of there through for a minor score. So Kangaroos have clawed the margin back out now to 8 points. One stage it was a 14-point margin in favour of Redland's Victoria Point after they trailed by as much as 19 midway through the first quarter. Ball comes out now. Here's a chance on the burst. Brown, can he pick it up? Taking the ground there, was okay. Bump in the sight there from Jacobs out to Simpson. Tries to handball to Govan. Eventually gets to him now. Whaley now. Up towards centre half forward. Mark not taken, just got the handball away, was looking for his teammate there in Sloan. Socket off the ground which way he was going. The umpires have looked at each other and they've confirmed that. Now, Christensen has gone down in front of us now. I don't know whether he must be winded after that contest, so just keep a slight eye on him and slight eye on the play. As the Kangaroos now trying to wheel their way out of traffic there. Umpire said play on as the Sharks try and carry the ball. They get essentially one man down. They don't want Christensen down because they'll be down to one man on the bench, but he's going to try and, he's going to go off the ground as Jacka pumps the ball inside the forward 50. He goes out of bounds. Yep, so Caleb Franks, yeah. So we can confirm as well that Caleb Franks is out, Matty Waters is out, and Christensen is down as well. So they've only got one fit player on the ground at the moment, and that's Huddy. So at this stage, they're only down to 19 fit men. Redlands, but I do foresee the Sharks having Christensen come back on. Big fly on the outer side. We'll see a throw in, and for those who have joined us, we did see Matty Waters go off the ground through concussion, and Caleb Frank. So both players were involved in heavy collisions, but that's been the level of intensity that we've seen throughout the game. You're seeing on the scoreboard at the moment, 11 goals, perfect conditions. But every tackle has just been met with pure ferociousness. It's been a long time since these guys have played footy. More than 5 weeks. So the attack on the ball, it is living up to the finals expectations, but regardless if COVID hadn't put an interruption with proceedings, you still look at this fixture and go, well, this is going to be a great clash regardless of what's been happening around the world. And it certainly lived up to that. G-A-W-N holding the ball. So free kick, and Yagmore, see that? Beautiful tackle. He pumps the ball along. It'll land about 15 metres out. Comes off hands. Good tackle again. No prior opportunity, and we'll see a ball up again. So as you can see, we've just spoken about it. Every time somebody gets the ball, we're seeing that on screen. Just tackle after tackle. You barely got hardly any prior opportunity whenever you get the ball. That's just been the formality of the day. Is it hacked out of there? He's got it! First one in general play today. And a beautiful goal that's been kicked there by the Sharks. Magnificent. And still trying to identify that player. As usual, they sort of don't really give us too much at all, but fortunately he's heading up the midfield. But that was a magnificent goal. And he's had a great day, Tommy Matthews. 14 goals on the board. I don't think, yes, it was Tommy. He's come back out of the wing. Usually after kick a goal, you go off for a spell, but there's not much happening on the bench that would allow him to do that. Tommy Matthews been one of the best for mine today. They've got back-to-back goals now. Such has been the momentum swing as Yagmore tries to appeal for the free kick, bounces on a dollar outside the forward 50. Lanthios gets his hand on the ball now as Matthews again pulls the trigger and kicks another one. Oh, top shelf stuff, Tommy Matthews. Back-to-back goals. First multiple goal scorer for Redland's Victoria point, and they're out to a game-high margin, 20 points, 29 minutes into this third quarter. Oh, magnificent. See here on the replay, ball bounces up. He reads the situation there from his direct opponent there in Lanthios, and he pulls the trigger. Both of them were directly matched up on the wing just a few moments ago. Lanthios went for the ball. Matthews peeled off to the side, and, well, Matthews all alone did what only Tommy Matthews can do, and that's to back up his brilliant shot with another goal. And due to the wars on the bench, there's been a switch up, so McDonald onto the wing and Matthews are deep inside the forward line, so no rest for the wicked. Yeah, the Kangaroos there under siege at the moment. He was taken high, so a free kick in the shadows of three-quarter time. If they want to get one, they've got to kick the ball forward quicker than ever. They can't muck around. They need one. He played on. Chance here for the Roos, up towards half forward, looking for Lockie Lang. He's corralled over the boundary line, but it's still inside the field of play. Kick up towards Scotland. Couldn't quite take it to ground. Kick there. And it goes through for a minor score. I think that was from Mitch. So 4 goals, 1 on the board for him today, and Tansy was there for the opportunity. Back to 19 points, which was the margin, the highest margin that the Roos have led by. Booming kick from half back out from the defensive line out towards half back. Got the handball out. McClellan, like a steeple chaser, got out there to Govan. It'll land out towards Govan and Co again. They've still got some numbers. Falling to ground. Here's McClellan again. Govan, a captain's goal is required. A captain's goal is not given. Minor score for Josh Govan. 18 points. 13 goals kicked for the day across 3 barnstorming high-intensity quarters. Kick out towards the middle of the ground now. Lovely work here, McDonald. Oh, one of the best for mine. Yagmore, did he throw that? No, he wasn't. It was just a good tackle out there to Huddy. Fortunately on his favoured left foot. Murphy, it could have bounced in his favour. So it wasn't Murphy, it was Harrison Kerr. Out to Simpson, just got to keep the ball going. He's got a teammate there on the burst there in Lockie Robertson. What option has he got? He's got Tommy Salter and Lockie Lang to contend with. Salter was able to get front position. Lang was outmanoeuvred there by his direct opponent. Handball over the top now. Here come the Sharks again. Right foot kick over the top. They might elect to sort of slow it down now as we hit 32 minutes. A floater among, but it got plenty of meterage now. Maroochydore now, just bring it up through the corridor. It's the siren that sounds. It's three-quarter time here. We'll go through the goal scorers. Tommy Matthews with the last 2 goals of the game. He has got the